Am I the whole for refusing to let my husband's sister take the daughter I've raised? I, 36F, have been with my husband, 43M, for 12 years. Together, we have an 11-year-old son, and I have also been raising his daughter, 12F, since she was a baby. When my husband and I first started dating, he told me he had a daughter from a previous relationship, but he didn't give many details. The timing of everything never sat right with me. She had been born not long after he and I got together. For years, I assumed the worst. I thought I had been the other woman, the reason some other woman lost her family. I carried so much guilt with me, even though I hadn't done anything intentionally wrong. Since I thought I had ruined something for another woman, I poured myself into being the best stepmom I could possibly be. I was only 24 when I stepped into that role, completely inexperienced and terrified of messing up. But over time, the bond grew naturally. I was there for everything. Doctor's appointments, school projects, sleepless nights when she was sick, birthday parties, and every scraped knee. She started calling me mom on her own, and my heart melted. To me, she is my daughter. I don't even think of her as step anything. She and my son are equals in my heart. The cruel part is, even though I've always treated both children the same, my husband has always shown more closeness to our son. I try not to dwell on it, but deep down I always wondered if I was being punished for loving a child that wasn't really mine. A few months ago, my husband's younger sister, 26F, suddenly came back into our lives. She had been out of contact for years, and at first, I thought she was just trying to reconnect. She was friendly, overly attentive, almost too interested in my daughter. But there were moments that didn't sit right. Strange comments, staring a little too long, a weird tension whenever the three of us were in the same room. Finally, I confronted my husband, and that's when my entire world turned upside down. He confessed the truth. His sister is not just a sister. She's actually my daughter's biological mother. She had her at 14, and because she was a child herself, he stepped in and raised the baby as his own. He admitted he let me believe I had been the other woman because he thought it would be easier than telling me the truth. For over a decade, I have been carrying guilt, shame, and self-blame for something that wasn't even true. Meanwhile, my husband just let me believe it, let me shoulder all of that pain in silence. I can't even describe how betrayed I feel. Now his sister, my daughter's biological mother, has reappeared. She's older, engaged, and apparently ready to step up. She actually told me she wanted her daughter back. And my husband's reaction? He just shrugged and said, maybe it's for the best. Like it was nothing. Like my entire life, my role as a mother, the bond one have with my child, was something disposable. My daughter doesn't know the full truth yet, but she already senses something is wrong. She overheard one of our arguments and broke down sobbing, asking me over and over, "You're my mom, right? You're not going to leave me, right?" I hugged her and told her yes, I am her mom, and I will always be her mom. But inside, I was shattered. Because how do I even begin to process this? I've raised her for 12 years. I've been the one she runs to when she's hurt, the one who makes sure she has everything she needs, the one who sits through parent-teacher conferences and cheers at her school plays. I love her with the exact same intensity one loved my son. And yet now, suddenly, I'm supposed to consider stepping aside so her biological mother, who abandoned her at 14, can come sweeping and like nothing happened? My heart screams no, but my husband's silence makes me feel like I'm fighting this battle alone. I feel like my entire life has been ripped apart by one truth I didn't ask for. I don't even know what's right anymore. Am I overreacting for refusing to let this happen? Or am I just finally standing up for the daughter I've raised as my own?